Day. From Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the New York Jets, and he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line, and the Cincinnati Bengals
At their own 22-yard line.
On first down, it's Darnold. And right away, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And now he's got him in a great spot at the 8-yard line here, first and goal. Now a pause for an injury, and oh boy, that looks like the quarterback, Darnold. Yeah, he's down. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. He'll look to throw. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
Carried by number 22.
The numbers for him from a week ago. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. His throw caught at about the 5. 11 yards, but still not enough. Fourth down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time.
That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
On first down, Darnold. He hits his target, left side, Watson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
New York.
Darnold from the gun. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Touchdown.
A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Aldrich.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bengals take over first and 10.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But
this is caught inside the 15. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Give them maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
3rd and 6.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. John Ross with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to it. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Roberts now on the return. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And a quick throw here that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions, they're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Here's Darnold. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
At the 24-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And able to get this out to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone. Costly. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Loss of 9 yards. It's second.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. His throw incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watson. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. John Ross on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals add on to their lead. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. And throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. From 4 yards out, and the Bengals are able to grow their lead. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they were able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
And it brings up 3rd.
Now Darnold. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. John Ross and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense. He's getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 27.
The pass. Intercepted by the Jets. They'll take over 1st and 10.
Brandon, these quarterbacks had their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get 2 hands on the football and pick it off.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
After the interception, here's Darnold. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
On 2nd down now, it's Watson. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The Jets on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8.
And
now it's Darnold. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch.
To number 82.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
1st down, Jets.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Bengals' 21-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down, Darnold. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Intercepted.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 16 more on that one and another 1st down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And this This time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to have a first down here as they're also into field goal range at the 28. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point attempt to come here. And the route is on here in this first half. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a Bengals score.
Jets 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup.
Set to kick off.
The question to be asked, where does this game go from here as we are back at it now on EA Sports? The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether some guys up front, or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Bengals just continue to pour it on. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
2nd and 11. At the 32-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. Under pressure now. Darnold, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be and the pressure gets to him again.
A loss of 11 yards.
He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
John Ross and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral. Because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdown.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Down and 10.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Open man is Ross, complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross, 27 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
A loss of 8 yards. And it's
offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
John Ross and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there are certain barriers that you just don't.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. Past the 20, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. And maybe a small measure of revenge for this defense because they have been thoroughly dominated so far, but a brief bright spot there with that pick 6.
Seemingly coming up for air after being dominated as you described. They get a nice play there. Probably not going to change the balance of this game, but they have to feel a little bit better about themselves after that one.
Rosas to add the extra point. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
So here are the Bengals set to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
For number 88.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So 2nd and 10, third quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's going to fire one. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And he's able to put it through. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... That's caught inside the 20. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 40 yards. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 15 yards and leads to 3rd.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Eluding the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Marlon Davidson.
He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Back to throw here. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. John Ross there to make the grab. And the Bengals have got it on cruise control.
I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people up the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
Fielded in the end zone. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
A throw over the middle taken in. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Third and 2, Darnold. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And out will come the offense as they take over. John Ross and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and out of roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 20-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
The quick slant caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And this offense is running away with this one. Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's going to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
25 yards there on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Darnold. Roberts with it over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
13 yards. And the Jets 1st down.
Again, Darnold. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well.
New York.
Throwing again is Darnold. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25.
A loss of 9 yards.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Darnold completes it. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. And this is caught. Well, they get picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
New York. Aldrich Rosa.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
PAT up and good by Rosas as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. From the 6. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That and
he'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Marlon Davidson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. That is caught at the 7. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Darnold from the gun, and that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Rosas good with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Fair catch made at the 5-yard line. The Bengals take over first and 10.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.